And thank you for holding this important hearing this morning, and I want to thank the panel for the testimony that they'll be giving us here shortly. All of us are aware of the recent turmoil and continuing volatility of the financial markets. These problems also touch America's small businesses. Availability of credit is reduced, thereby dampening the capacity of small businesses to create needed jobs. Yet it is not just the availability of credit that bothers America's small business owners. They are also ordinary men and women with the same concerns about the value of their homes, the safety of their investments, and outlook for the future of their children that every American has in these uncertain times. Given the current situation in the American economy, policies must be developed that help unleash the power, flexibility, and vitality of the America's small business owners. Those policies require reductions in the federal deficit, lowering taxes, and making health care more affordable for our small business owners. Recent actions by the federal government have increased its borrowing and debt ceiling. The federal government then is competing for debt capital with all businesses, including small businesses. I suspect that the witnesses before us today probably cannot compete in the credit markets with the single most creditworthy borrower the world economy has ever known, the United States government. Thus, to borrow money, small businesses represented here and the 25 million small businesses across the country will have to pay higher interest rates to attract the credit they need to operate and expand their businesses. We can reduce this hidden and insidious tax on America's business owners by reducing the federal deficit and eliminating unnecessary and wasteful spending. In addition to the hidden tax associated with higher interest costs, some of America's small businesses also face the prospect of paying higher taxes under some of the proposals discussed in this year's presidential campaign. Increasing the cost of credit and increasing taxes that small business owners must pay is a double whammy that these individuals and the American economy can ill afford. If we raise the cost of operating their businesses, America's small business owners will limit hiring and investment. In turn, this would reduce economic growth and inhibit recovery from the current turmoil in the economy. Any stimulus package that Congress considers must not raise taxes on the most productive part of the American economy, our small business owners. In fact, the stimulus package should reduce taxes on small businesses so they have more money to spend in the manner they best see fit, rather than relying on how government bureaucrats think money should flow into the economy. There is no doubt that all American businesses have made cutbacks in spending, including providing health care to their workers. This has been a long-standing problem for America's small businesses that has been exacerbated by the recent volatility in the financial markets. Congress must find ways to make the provision of health care more affordable to America's small businesses. One such possibility would be to include the enactment of association health plans in any stimulus package. Such plans have met with bipartisan support, including my own and also that of the chairwoman. No one can deny that recent weeks and months are placing a strain on the finances of all Americans, including America's small businesses. Increasing the size of government, expanding the deficit, and raising taxes simply is the wrong prescription for what ails America. Congress must exercise its power wisely by reducing the deficit, lowering taxes, and improving the ability of small businesses to provide health care to their workers. Before closing, I'd like to thank the witnesses, particularly Tom Franke from my district in Cincinnati, for taking the time out of their busy schedule and their hectic times in these uncertain times in running their businesses to come here to Washington and provide their views to this committee. I know we all look forward to hearing it. And with